Hey guys, today is July 15, and I wanted to do a video on cycles, planetary cycles, and seasonals to find possible turning points in the markets. So let's get into it. This is the pound dollar. As you guys know, I've been trading the pound dollar. And you can see that we've made a big flush here. And I just want to use this as an example where you will probably start to analyze the market. So I'm going to show you how I will go about it. I mean, we already know what price action has done in the future because we already have it. I just wanted to show you what a pattern that I would see, and then it will, catch my interest. And the first thing would be is that we made a massive low. We took out like key supports all the way from 2017, and we flushed hard, pretty much like a flash crash. That will catch my eye, and I'll be like, all right, let's see what's happening here. We get a nice little pop, and we're kind of going sideways inside days. Right there, let's see what we could pull up on our tools. First thing I will pull up will be my spectrum analyzer. This is more the cycle, and I did it for 1 year. I used the overtones of 1, and what I'm going to pick is just the humps. The cycle humps here, as I call it. Maybe there's a scientific name for it. So I'm going to pick this one, which is the 314. I'm picking 216. I'm not being biased, even because I know the data in the front. I'm just telling you, I'm just picking. This is kind of a cluster, so I'm not going to pick any of these. I'm just kind of finding big gaps in there where there's one that's high. And what I noticed, sometimes when you pick anything below 30 days, it's kind of noise. So I'm not going to pick that one, and it's just a custom, but you can pick it if you want to. And by the way, I'm using timing solution for this. I'm just going to show you how I would go about it. So from 30 days on, unless I'm really, scalping intraday, maybe I will look at that one. But as of now, more like the bigger swings. This one's good. And that's because that's the highest peak, higher than this one. There's a bunch here, and they're kind of really close. This is 166, 123, and 111. But they're at the same height, so I don't want to pick any of these. I picked this one because this one's bigger, 217, and then the big one, 14 or 17. We do a composite wave out of it, which is what that means. It combines all these into one wave. And this is what we have. You could also do a harmonic. Let's just do it for fun. I'm not even going to talk about it in my intro, but let's put it in there just to see what happens there. Just picking all these dates and doing harmonics in the background. Let's see what happens. It's taking a while. I didn't know it was going to take that long. I probably won't do it next time. All right, and then you take a zone, turning, and you minimize that. So let's see. So right here, this is where we at, 320 low. Looking at this wave cycle, I would think, you know what, maybe we're going to do wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's what it looks like, right? And then do an ABC correction. But, it may do that, it may not. But these are what you call turning points, and these are the harmonics. So this is a turning point, a possible turning point. I'm not going to say it's a turning point. It's a possible turning point, possible turning point, possible turning point, and possible turning point. And these are possible turning points from all the cycles I picked, which was 3. I could have picked all these, but I could get a little crazy with more noise, and I could have raised the overtone to 6. But I'm just showing you the simple way to go about it, and then you could compare things. So let's see what price action did. We popped up here. So it picked this one pretty good. Which was it? 414. Pulled back down. You can see that we made a low here, came up here, and then made a low here. So the low was early. I just want to show you that there's flaws also on cycles analysis. It's not always perfect, but it kind of leads you in the right direction. Sometimes, not all the times, but from right here, it says, it's going to go down. And it came early, and then it says it's going to go up. And then right here, it picked the top or close. The high was 610. Cycle was saying somewhere around 11 or 12. And then it pulled back down. And, it was late because the price action found a low on 628 628. And it was saying that it's going to be a low on July the 8th. So it was ahead. And prices was early turning. So I just wanted to show you that there are flaws. That's why you can't just trade this by itself. You have to have other indicators and triggers and confirmation to let you know where it is, or where the possible changes could really happen with your strategy and your confirmation of what you use to trade. All right, so let's minimize that. The next thing I wanted to show you, we'll keep that in the background. That's the cycle analysis composite. This is a solar planetary. This is a solar cycle. So this one's showing you that it was going to top out here. And this is not, price-wise. This is more turning points. All this is more turning points. This is nothing has to do with price. It's not showing that, price is going to go up here and retest this high. Now, it's just saying that this is going to be a turning point, but prices came down here. So just keep that in mind when you see this chart. And by the way, this is timing solutions for those that don't know. So there was a turning point here on 429, 429. So the high came in 430, so it was a day off. Low here on 517. The low came on the 18th. And you can see in all this calculation, it does it without price. So that's what I'm showing you when I do this thing here, that you don't see prices, that all these calculations happen about the price, being aware of it. The cycles, projection cycles, being aware of it. Now I'm showing you the price. So you can see that right here, we came up, it made a top here. The top was on 610. And it kept going higher to 619. And I made a low here on 7.7, and the low was on 629. So you see that sometimes it's not perfect. So in my eyes, I kind of see it more like if price action is going down, and it may have an inverted here, but you never know until you see it, put a trend line and you see it just keep going down. And then a possible turn could have came here, and it kind of did, but then it continued. Put a trend line, broke it, and then it pushed lower. And now we see that you find the low here, and now this is where we at here. So that's the annual. Now, planetary cycles are interesting. This one is a planetary cycle that I use on the pound, and you can see that it picks some turning points. I use it just for turning points. Didn't pick this one. Didn't pick that one, but it did pick this one right here, 430. And there was a turning point coming here. You can see that it did a pop, but nothing really happened. It kept continuing going down. Nothing there. You see it missed this one. It was right here. And then I see that there's a possible turning point here. Didn't happen there. Just got a nice little pop. Missed this turning point. So you see it's not perfect. Missed this one here. 628. So it was off by a day. And now there's a turning point here on 714-ish, around there. There's a future one coming up. Next planetary cycle. This one is another one I use. This is a turning point up here. Turning point right here. It was off by a couple of days. Projection line goes up. There's a turning point. So I'm seeing it as turning points. I'm not even using it. Planetary cycles, I'm not even using them as even direction of the price action. I'm using it more as turning points. Sometimes it works out, like here, it was a low, but prices kept going up, but the projection line was going all the way up to here. You can see that now it's going all the way down to here. So is price action gonna go down and make a low down to here? Could be, time will tell, but we'll see. But I mostly use them for like turning points, and then secondary, the direction But other stuff has to line up with the direction too. You can see that right here, it picked a high, really good, 610. A little bump here, nothing there. Looks like it inverted. That's how I see it in my eyes. So nothing happening here. It inverted. And now the big one is all going all the way to August the 4th. Then the last one I want to show you, another planetary cycle I use. And you can see this is, I think, this is the declinations. You can see right here, pick this one. This one, the declination, avoids all these little turning points, and it kind of picks the major one. So this is a major one right here. There's a major one coming down here. It picked this one really good. The declination one picked the 610 high. It missed this one. It said there was something turning here, but you know what? Maybe it inverted. And now here, since we're going up, now we turn down into somewhere around August, the first week of August. It was interesting. Then that's it. And then you see our cycle. So those are the ones. Oh, and then lastly, seasonal. The seasonal, let's see. Let me get this cycle out of here. Okay, so seasonal, there's a couple here on seasonal. The red one is a fast annual. The green one is a mid-annual. And then the blue one is an annual. And then the green one is the annual decimal, which is a 10-year. So you see the price action went up here. It topped out here. And it kept going down. I found the low here. So you see price action. They were topping out at different stages, in time. This one topped out early. This one said it was here. So this one lines up really good. And then this one was a little late, but in between these two. So it was like a double top. But then they all started pointing down. And then price action found the low here. And now it was going up, going up, going up. The fast annual picked it really good. These kind of topped out later, as you can see, price action. And then it found the low here. This one was too early. These were all late. And the annual kept going, and is projecting a top somewhere on August 4th. So you see a lot of stuff is going up on August 4th. And now the projection lines or seasonals are pointing up, except the fast annual. Now it's pointing down. So you got 3 going up and 1 going down, and price action is having a tough time, trying to get above 610. So, and then you do Elliott wave, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Possible 5th wave going up. That's a big question mark. And then everything is kind of pointing down. So those are the kind of decisions and things I look for in regards to cycles, using seasonal, using spectral cycle, and then using some planetary cycles to give me an idea what could happen. This is all of them put all there together. But you can see that sometimes you can pick some work, some don't. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on the pound dollar and using cycles. But this is what I would use using timing solutions.